Claude CoWork just dropped Projects, and it is a superpower, but only if you know how to set it up correctly. Most people use Claude like a disposable chatbot, repeating themselves every time they open up a new chat. But what if Claude already knew your business, remembered every conversation, and got smarter the more you used it? That's exactly what Projects do, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to build one from scratch in under 10 minutes. I'll even show you a trick to get Claude to teach itself, which I haven't seen anyone else talking about yet. And by the end, you'll have a dedicated AI employee that actually knows your business, your audience, and your strategy. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Jimmy Barkway. I run an AI automation business where I'm in the trenches every single day, building these systems from scratch. So if you haven't already, grab yourself a fresh cup of tea and let's dive straight in. For Claude to actually be useful as a business tool, it needs access to your real tools, not just chat. It needs actual integrations, and it has that built in the form of connectors. So right now I've got Notion, I've got Claude in Chrome, which lets Claude actually have browser tools to go and use the internet. But we can also add new connectors by coming here to manage connectors. And you can see I've used Apify in the past. Apify is basically the Amazon of internet scrapers, allowing you to gather tons of data really quickly and for cheap. You can connect Claude to Gmail so it can manage your inbox on a day-to-day basis. Connect it to your calendar to provide a report of what you need to be doing this week. In my previous video, I connected to Stripe to automatically create a new product, set the pricing, and integrate Stripe into my website. And I also use Vercel to automatically get that deployed live on the internet without me having to do anything but prompting Claude, telling him to do it. Let's see how this works in practice. Create a step-by-step guide in Notion called Getting the Most Out of Claude CoWork. Structure it as a practical checklist that covers connecting your tools, setting up your first project, writing good project instructions, building a knowledge base, and using scheduled tasks. Keep it punchy and actionable and add it to my workspace. Just go ahead and fix that typo. Now it's off to the races. It's gone to use the Claude connector to go ahead and create that within my workspace. It loads up the tools. It updates its own to-do lists, does all of this for you. You can see its progress in the top right-hand corner, fetching Notion Markdown spec, creating a guide page within Notion, verifying the page was created successfully at the end. See how quickly it's typing out these characters. I could not type that fast if I tried. And we are finished. The page is live in your Notion workspace. Getting the most out of Claude CoWork. It's structured as 5 sections with interactive checklists that you can tick off as you go. Connect your tools, getting your connectors wired up, set up your first project, working directory and first test runs, write good project instructions, the highest leverage section, preferences, tone and formats, build a knowledge base, and use scheduled tasks, plus a pro tip section at the bottom. Everything is actionable, and the checkboxes are all interactive in Notion, so you can work through them step by step. Let's take a look. So it's built it out completely for us from scratch without us having to do anything but explain what we want. So this is what it can do with Notion. Have a think about what it can do with just about any app that you can connect this to. Build out a knowledge base. Let's put all of the checkboxes in there for us too, and the pro tips section there at the bottom. Now let's create our first project so that we can actually give Claude CoWork some context on our business. I like to stick to 3 rules for deciding what deserves its own project. Is it something that you repeat every week? Do you find yourself re-explaining context to AI about your business, about your life, whatever it is? And is it something that has multiple moving parts? Is it an automation that involves your email, your calendar, Notion, Stripe, all these different things that you want to pull together? Could also include the files on your computer. Claude CoWork has access to your machine and to the internet. Now, to create a new project, just come to the sidebar top left just here and hit Create Your First Project. So you can start from scratch, import a project, or use an existing folder. We're just going to go ahead and start from scratch. And you can see here, context builds over time. So it's learning about you and your workflow and how it can improve its own skills and help your business. So I'm going to call this project YouTube. And instead of writing your own project instructions from scratch, you can get Claude to write this for you. For now, just hit create. Hey, Claude, I want you to help me write the perfect project instructions for this YouTube project. Here's what I need it to cover. I make content about AI automations, Claude Code, and building with AI tools. My audience are entrepreneurs, freelancers, agency owners, and I need help with video ideas, titles, thumbnails, competitor analysis, scripting, and trend research. I want you to challenge my assumptions, not be sycophantic. Everything should be data-led and first principles thinking. And I want you to think around corners and suggest angles that I might not be thinking about. Based on this, write me a full set of project instructions that I can paste into the instructions field and make them specific and actionable. And go ahead and select Opus 4.6. Okay, you can see on the right-hand side under YouTube projects just here, it's created a Claude.markdown file. This is just a text file. It is that simple, but what it contains is information that is specific to your project so that Claude can remember this. And this is the file that's going to be getting updated as Claude learns new things about your business, your workflow, what's working well, what isn't working for you. Think of it like Claude's memory within this project. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Memento by Christopher Nolan. Well, in that movie, the guy wakes up every day and he has no memory of his life. So every day he wakes up, he finds that he's left himself notes and clues to remind himself of what happened in the previous day. So you can think of this memory file kind of like that. Every time Claude wakes up, it looks at that file and it can see everything we've worked on and it's got all the important information so that we don't have to start from scratch every time we open up. And we're done. View your project instructions. Here's what's in there and a few things worth flagging. Copy the full markdown file into your project instructions field and tweak the competitor names and any pillar instructions. It's ready to use as is, but will get sharper once you layer in your specific channel data. So let's open them up right here. Here's our project instructions. This is a YouTube channel run by Jimmy based in the UK. The channel covers AI automations, Claude Code, and building with AI tools to target audiences, entrepreneurs, freelancers, and agency owners who want to use AI to build faster, automate more, and stay ahead. Great. So once you've had a read through your new project instructions and you're happy with everything, you can ask Claude to make edits if you want to, so that it better fits your situation. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to hit copy right here, and you can come over to the left, come down to your new project right here, add your instructions just here, and then paste that in there. And it has full context about yourself, your business, and everything you're trying to do. Most people, like me, stare at a blank instructions box and don't know what to write. Just brain dump what you need in plain English and let Claude write the system prompt for you. You can do this for any project, client work, content, sales, whatever. So now the project has its own rules. Next, it needs a bit of knowledge and context about the business. Instead of manually uploading a lot of files, you can paste in links and have Claude scrape them to build its own context file. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of links that Claude can scrape for me. First one is from my school community, where we talk about agentic engineering, vibe coding. Next one is from my YouTube. Should be able to give it some great context about what we're trying to do here. So just take those links, bring them back to Claude, and we'll paste those both in there. Hey, Claude, check out both of these links and create a context.md file for this project. And it should cover what kind of content that I make and who it's for. It should cover my current content strategy and themes, any key topics and recurring angles, my audience profile based on what you can see, and any patterns in what is performing well. Let's go. So it's pulling both of those pages now and scraping like we asked it to. And you can see here in the bottom right that it's using the connector Claude in Chrome to go ahead and scrape these. And now it's asking me if I want to allow Claude to use the browser. I'm just going to allow all browser actions so it doesn't ask me again. So it's got the school data. Now it's going to go ahead and read the YouTube channel page. It's scraping my channel description. Okay, and it's created the file for us. A few things that jumped out while pulling this together. Your best performing video by a mile is the one that stacks the most tools and has the newest tool signals. Kling 3 video, Nano Banana 2 image generation. It's doing 95 views per day versus single digits for everything else. That formula is your clearest winner pattern right now. So it's giving me advice already. We haven't even asked it to do an awful lot yet, and it's already acting like an architect for the business. Let's go ahead and look at the context file. Channel Jimmy Barkway, 61 subscribers, total videos 8, free school community. I help businesses leverage AI automations to reclaim their time, reduce overheads, and secure a competitive edge. That's good. It's a bit about my avatar, about content strategy, as well as the themes, just like we asked for. Key topics and recurring angles, and performance patterns telling me what is working well and what I should be doing more of. Now, the great thing about this is that this is also going to load into its memory so that every time you come back to Claude CoWork within this project, you don't have to tell it this context about your business anymore. Now you have a fully set up project, instructions, context, knowledge about your business. It's time to show what it can actually do. So let's create a new chat for this. Hey Claude, do some research online and find the top 10 performing videos in the AI tools and AI automation niche from the last 7 days. Look at what's getting views and engagement. Then analyze their tools, hooks, and angles. Based on what's trending and what you know about my business, I want you to give me 5 video ideas that I should make this week. Throw in 3 title options for each idea using contrarian angles, specific numbers, and new signals. And finally, give me a brief note on why each idea has a high chance of performing right now. Format this as a clean HTML report that I can see on the right-hand side. Let's go. Okay, it's researching our top performing AI videos from the last 7 days. And it's updated progress in the top right just here. Searching the web for us, crawling dozens of websites in no time. It's got a good research foundation. Now it's going to build the report. Now, this is something that I can run every single Monday morning. The project already knows my channel, my audience, and because it's a project, it remembers this conversation. And next week I can come back and say, update last week's research, and it picks up right where we left off. So while it builds this, it's using research from web search, but also the context from the context file that we built for it. The report covers the current trending landscape, the 28-day model war, Claude Code overtaking Copilot, MCP going mainstream, agentic engineering emerging, and it maps the top 10 content patterns getting views right now and gives you 5 video ideas with 3 ranked title options each. Let's take a look. 3 frontier models ship within 28 days of each other: Claude Opus 4.6, Gemini 3.1, and GPT 5.4. The comparison content wave is still building. Claude Code has overtaken both Copilot and Cursor as the most used AI coding tool, with 75% adoption at smaller companies. This is all readable, it's beautiful, and it's giving me top performing content patterns for this week. I can ask it to expand on any one of these and turn it into a step-by-step guide for creating my video. Now, hey Claude, I want this to run every Monday morning at 8 a.m. UK time. Can you set that up for me? So it's creating a scheduled task. It's using skills, a built-in skill called schedule, and it's asking me if I want to schedule research trending AI automation, YouTube videos, and generate 5 video ideas with title options formatted as an HTML report. Let's go ahead and schedule. That's set up every Monday at 8 a.m. UK time. It will run the same research workflow we just did. Scan trending AI automation content from the past week, identify the top performing patterns, and generate 5 fresh video ideas with ranked title options as an HTML report saved to your YouTube folder. One thing worth doing, hit run now once from the scheduled section in the sidebar. That way it'll ask for tool approvals, web search file writing up front, and future Monday runs won't stall waiting for permissions. So that is Claude CoWork. We are absolutely only scratching the surface here. This has replaced a ton of other tools and software that I was using to automate my workflows. So much of OpenClaw that I'm no longer using because CoWork can do that all for me. Now, you can even use it to automate the process of doing research to create a website that outperforms your competitors. But if you want that website to look fantastic and have beautiful parallax scrolling effects, with only about 10 minutes of work, then click this link right here.